Today I'm going to paint a juicy watermelon piece. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher and a book author. Welcome to my studio. If that helps, you can firstly draw a triangle that will be our future watermelon. And then I use my brush loaded just with water, and I'm watering the front part of the watermelon. I will use cadmium red with a touch of cadmium orange. All together they will give me nice mix of colors. And you see, I'm just touching with my brush loaded with mix. I'm just touching this watered surface and basically just enjoying the process, how it all flows. Everything happens by itself. A bit more intensity because this watermelon structure, it's very uneven, and some parts a little bit lighter, some parts a bit darker, and some of them can have a bit more pink hue. So you can add just a touch of, for example, alizarin crimson. What's also very typical, that the edges are not even. Like this. I can also move my painting in different directions, so water will flow in different directions, and that will create also this uneven structure of watermelon. Add some touches with my wet brush on the surface, which is getting a little bit dry, and then I wash my brush, I dry it slightly with a paper towel, and I want to create this white light part between the inside red part and the rind. So I just soften in everything. And then I use some of my greens. I can use olive green, ochre green deep, all together. I like the mix with olive green. It's slightly muted, not that extremely bright. And then I go with the tip of my brush around the edge, maybe even step a little bit aside from what I draw, and with pretty bold green mix on the tip of my brush, I just go around. I load my brush here and there. Don't try to paint everything just with what you loaded in your brush. It might be not enough. So I'm just going around this edge with my bold mix in my brush, and basically again I let watercolor flow. It will create all these necessary, all these mixes by itself. But sometimes if this is too crispy and you want to soften it, you can wash your brush, dry it with a paper towel, go around your mix, and with the tip of the brush just soften it. What I can do now, I can add some dark accents for the seeds. So I prepare the same mix of cadmium red, maybe just with a hint of alizarin crimson, but it's much creamier, you can probably see when I'm mixing. With my brush, I add this dry mix on top of the wet one. That first of all will create this soft bleed, pretty organic, nice, a little bit more orange, but again, whatever I add now, it's pretty dry. The mix is not flowing on my palette. I'm painting now with the tip of the brush tiny lines to show this fiber structure of watermelon flesh. What's important that you add just a couple of these dark areas for the seeds, where we will place the seeds later on. They shouldn't be symmetrical, they shouldn't be too much obvious. I would like to add a bit of contrast between the red part and the white part, so I go again with my dark and almost dry mix around. Now, while this surface is drying, let's also add thickness. If we leave it like this, it will look very childish. I want to have a bit of challenge and paint it more 3D. So we will paint this slice, this part of the slice, and I imagine that sun shines from the left, which means this part will be very light. It will reflect a lot of sunlight, so it will be pretty light. And actually I already have enough on my brush. Didn't wash it properly, and therefore it has some light pink on it. I just go around carefully. I try not to touch this front part of watermelon. Using what I have on my palette, I can add a couple of brush strokes for the texture. Remember to keep this side of the watermelon pretty light, but some texture always welcome. And again, we need to make this nice transition between pink and green, and we do it through the white wash. I use my green mix. I can firstly paint the green part, then I wash my brush, I dry it with a paper towel, I will connect it. I will connect everything, soften everything, like this. Now I see I can easily add a bit more of red touch to the bottom part, create uneven edge. Couple of really bright strokes around. This is nice. Let's add the outside dark part. I will use hookah green, dark. If you do not have one, you can mix phthalo green with a little bit of red. I also will add a bit of red to mute it slightly, make it more natural. And then I add pretty bold brush stroke. That's this glossy part of the skin. We can see just a bit because the piece, the slice, turned to earth. In that way we can see that small area. And basically this is it. It's time to add some of the seeds. Sometimes seeds can be white, sometimes seeds can be dark. If you want to add white seeds, you wash your brush, dry it with a paper towel, and lift a bit the area on your watermelon like this. You can also help it to be lifted with paper towel. We can also add a couple of dark. I do not recommend you to paint it black, with nice amount of alizarin crimson. It's muddy mix, but we use just the same what we used already, and it will look slightly more organic. So I will place one of the seeds right here. I will leave even small untouched area to add the highlight, like this, and maybe one of the seed, but I imagine I can see through the seed. I will add one seed, I can see half of the seed, just painting around, small little triangle shape, about this. If it is too bright, you can always go with clean, damp brush and lift a bit of the of the area. One more seed on this side. I imagine I can see half of the seed, and because it's on the light side, you can see it's much lighter than the rest. Let's add some shadow. So I paint around my watermelon just with clean water, and I use the same mix I used for the seeds, maybe with more touch of the green, because green will reflect from the outside. And add something, and some shadow. If you don't like adding shadows, you can just leave it like this, your watermelon, or just try something new. Shadow should be relatively deep and dark, about this. The rest, as I did today, I will just let it flow. I think somehow I lost this white field here, so I go with my clean brush and lift it. You can move forward if you like. You can add some seeds if you like. You maybe would like to add some background or another slice. The principle will remain the same, and I hope you just enjoy the process. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you enjoyed the process. I hope you like this 100 days project, and I am looking forward for your ideas. What would you like to paint next? See you soon. Bye bye.